go. Hello, my name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and this is another session of Star Trek Adventures Second Edition, The Voyages of the Kintsugi. And we had a little hiccup last week. With my fault entirely. So there we go. So we are back this week. We don't have our captain with us this week. He will be here for the second part next week. We are going to talk about advances. Sevari, you you've had some time to think about this, more time than I intended to give you. But have you thought about what you would like to do? Do you want to raise an attribute? Do you want to raise a department? Do you want to take a new talent?
I think I want to raise my reason. I'm using that a lot, and no,
That
better.
makes that makes perfect sense there. Uh, what about for Ward? I love that figure. That's great.
Hmm.
I had been thinking, is it time to, so I know there's like two classes of raises. Some of them I'm not allowed to go above four in a department, or 11 in an attribute. Is that what we're doing this week? Or,
Let me grab my copy of the rules here and look at that advancement section because this is not something we've encountered as much, so I should check it. It's, of course, called something different here.
I was going to ask you for a page reference because I couldn't find it in a neat place.
Yeah, okay, milestones, I saw that. Character arcs. So 166 of the main book. So when you reach a milestone, and this is what we're going to call this for now, you can choose a single attribute and increase it by one, or increase a department by one. Max 11 for attributes, max 4 for departments. You could gain a new focus, you could gain a new talent. Because the other ones, yeah, the ones that raise up are big character arc ones.
yeah, yeah, sure. So I will think I will raise presence to 11.
Okay. And we can give, then if we look at Jures, you've got a value, you've got a talent. Um, so you've got stress now, and you've got determination. Uh, and we'll give you a couple of advances. Now, you can decide to take those now, or you can take them on the fly as we play through today, if something occurs to you that you want to do that.
Yeah, I think it's always nice when a secondary character displays some remarkable talent that we didn't know
Yes.
anything about.
And what about for Divelle?
Oh, I guess I'll just raise reason. I do use that fairly regularly, so
Absolutely.
taking it to a 10 is a nice round number.
That that is there is a thing that I would love to at some point go back and track stats that are called for across all of the sessions and like see how evenly they are distributed because I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet that fitness is
Doesn't get
the
used
dump
that
stat.
much.
So
Yeah. Like I
Um,
I
oh,
remember
go ahead.
making that like the big stat for Tony in the other game. I'm like, it doesn't come off much,
yeah,
but I like the fact that she's an athlete.
absolutely.
No, I've been rethinking because I actually had another idea before
Oh,
raising
please.
reason, and that would be a focus because I have new responsibilities. Please remind me of what they are. What have I been promoted to?
So, if you want, you can
Mhm.
change one of your existing focuses, and
Oh,
I'll
okay.
let you do that
Okay.
and then take
Mhm.
another advance. But you're now the sort of essentially the
Mhm.
person in charge of damage control.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I can I swap sabotage for that?
Absolutely. That
Okay.
makes sense. That seems like a
Hmm.
logical
Yeah,
change.
there is actually a connection there. And then I can still take the advance and raise my
Yeah,
reason, right?
please.
Cool. Nice. Because science and engineering, you roll a lot with reason,
Yeah.
actually. Yep. Okay, thank you.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right. So I'm going to open up my roller here. Everybody, make sure you reset your discipline or determination. Sorry. I've been doing a bunch of hacks this weekend, so I've got all these terms running through my head in different directions. So, all right. S- So, we are going to begin. We begin with a shot of Starbase 32. A few ships are parked there, and we can see the Kintsugi is in one of those dry docks. The kind of the standing uh, 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 frames for this, uh, and your ship is there. We can see that there are engineering crews. We've got some of the damage that they took last time, but we've also got, you know, the sense that maybe because there were some issues with some of the systems, the new systems, they're working on testing those out. To answer your question, Savari, no, I don't think we did a promotion yet for you. That's one of those things we may make as a capper for you and possibly for Jures when the captain returns. So as we see that, we get the voiceover of Dr. Divelle.
The Kintsugi, Chief Science Officer's log, stardate 2374. The Kintsugi has arrived at Starbase 32 for needed repairs and secondary checks on our recent refits. I've received confirmation from the Rogers that my brother Pazoa and Zana Boxter, his bride-to-be, are on their way to Risa, where I'll be heading soon. My mother and father will be there, though my sisters cannot make it, given the current situation with the Dominion. I'm a bit worried about choosing a date because I'm expected to for traditions, so I need to circle that square or figure that out. In the meantime, I've turned to an old friend to relax.
And I think we come in and it's a very different looking, very kind of Spartan, almost built looking environment that we're in with a table. Well, we realize that it's a lab table, more old style construction. We can see that there are like the kinds of beakers and tubes and burners and all of that kind of thing around in there. Uh, and Devell, what do we see on screen here?
Okay, I think we see DeVal in a white lab coat over top the uniform, the classic uniform. And next to her is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yes.
It's like, are you sure about the calculations? We want to make
I
sure.
have checked this repeatedly.
All right, let's Beaker, if you would please demonstrate. And of course,
What goes wrong? What is the pyrotechnic there that
oh, it's the
occurs?
classic Henson Muppets pyrotechnic explosion. Then he's got like the charred face with the hair blown back, and it's like, okay. I think we might need to dial back on the sulfur next time.
Dr. Devell has that voice that intrudes in here. Dr. Devell?
Yes. Pause program.
Of course, we see Honeydew and Beaker freeze there. There's a subspace communication coming in from you from your brother.
Okay. I'll take it here.
And we'll see you go over and pull up the screen, and we will see your brother. I've got a picture of them in the NPC tab.
hmm
There, they are the classic Delton bald person there. And would you do, what is their usual demeanor? They're an instructor, they're a teacher, and so on. What do you think are they more outgoing, more glum? What would you describe
Oh,
them as normally?
I think he's very outgoing.
Okay. Uh
Especially like I'm the not the baby sister, but like we do have a close relation. Like he's only I think 3 years older than me, but
mhm.
So
And he comes on and he goes,
yeah,
uh,
or she,
Divelle, I'm glad I caught you. So there's been a change of plans. Um, uh, we had a really amazing opportunity, and I talked to some people here at the Rogers, and so on. We've made the coordination. Uh, we were able to obtain a place on a vessel, a Hyperion class galactic cruiser called the Excelsius. Uh, uh, Things just came together, and it's actually passing by Starbase 32 soon. So we're all going to coordinate and meet there for the trip. We're really exciting.
oh, okay. Is the wedding on this
The
cruiser?
wedding is going to happen on the cruiser.
Okay.
Mom and Dad are on their way. Dad was a little, as you can imagine, perturbed about changes. He doesn't like it when things change.
He
But
does love Risa.
yeah, I'm hoping that we'll still be able to. The people I talked to made arrangements and got like refunds for all of that. It's been wild. I didn't think that could happen. But we're really excited. So we're really looking forward to seeing you and your guest.
Yes, I will have a date.
I, just you know how mom would be if you didn't.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm well. I think this is like the first time he's seen me with like the hair grown out, probably. So
He does kind of stop and he says, that looks good on you."
thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It's just so weird to see you like that.
You know, it was a long time in academy, and I didn't, you know, keeping it shaved was a lot of work.
Yeah, I've never had to worry about that. So
Yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. So,
absolutely, really excited. I've sent the itinerary details on to your commanding officer, and they, you should meet up with them and see about coordinating on that.
right. Okay. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Uh, and I'm going to hard frame us, kind of cut forward a little bit. Uh, Ward, uh, we're going to put the captain as an NPC for the moment here. They are present in this. You are there. I think when we see you, you perhaps have a sour look on your face when we come in, uh, and the captain is also kind of doesn't look happy. And Divelle, you will hit the button, and the captain goes, "Come in," and you'll enter into the captain's ready room. You will look over, you immediately see Ward. You see the captain, but you will immediately also take in that seated in the couch across is a person in Starfleet uniform with the pips of a lieutenant commander. And they will look up and they will say, "Dr. Divelle, I'm very glad to see you."
Oh, thank you. Forgive me, you have me at a disadvantage.
"Yes, yes, I do. I'm Commander Arnell. Uh, I'm an old colleague of your captain's, and I'm with Starfleet Intelligence.
Okay.
We have a mission for you."
A, a mission.
"Yes.
Um,
So, as I understand it, your brother is having his wedding aboard the Excelsius."
um, that's correct. I was just informed myself.
"Yes. So, the Federation has been monitoring a set of dangerous smuggling operations. In particular, a significant amount of highly dangerous and experimental Federation munitions, which were being prepped for the war against the Dominion, vanished.
Oh, this is. And you suspect someone on the Excelsior?
We believe that the Excelsius
Excelsior.
has been used as a smuggling tool, moving materials to a junta on ISA 5. This is a non-Federation world, but one that has in the past been allied with the Federation and is at a crucial strategic nexus. The junta recently overthrew the government, and we have reason to believe that there may have been changeling involvement.
I see.
So here is what we want. We have made overtures and efforts to find out about this, and we have perhaps tipped our hand a little. So we believe that smugglers on the Excelsius may be maybe a little nervous and gun shy. Hence, we needed an operation with the proper cover. So we made those arrangements to have your brother's wedding on this vessel.
I see.
Uh, you and another crewman of your choice will go in as a pair, as Federation officers, but then Lieutenant Ward, you will also be going, and you should choose a few other people. We provided a set of flexible cover identities to go in as non-Federation personnel. Your job is to, while the Excelsius is in transit, see if you can locate and confirm the presence of these materials aboard the Excelsius. One of the challenges is that the old Hyperion class cruise ships are built with a set of materials and power systems that have meant that scans are very difficult. There's some claim that that was done for privacy, but it has certainly lent itself to smuggling. Do you have any questions, Doctor?
I'm I'm sure that the pad will give me everything I need to know.
Absolutely. So again, you and one other can go in as Starfleet. The other personnel need to go in undercover. Uh, you've got about 13 hours before the shuttle will be picking you up to transport you to the Excelsius. Uh, I should mention this. No one outside of the Kintsugi personnel should be informed about this situation. I appreciate that this may cause you some tensions, but you should keep this from your family.
Do you realize how difficult that will be?
Yes,
Okay.
we also ask that you maintain radio silence while you're on board the vessel unless absolutely an emergency need. The Kintsugi, as I understand it, will be finishing up its repairs and then will be uh, able to assist and shadow at a later point in time. Lieutenant Commander, any questions from your end?
I don't think I have any questions for you at this point. I presume our job is to identify the smugglers and not in any case apprehend or stop their operations for now.
Well, I think that is your discretion. These are highly dangerous persons with dangerous materials. We definitely need to prevent them from reaching ISA 5.
Okay.
Well,
By do we know the captain of the Excelsius?
the captain of the Excelsius is Captain Chalice. She's an Eisen native.
Well, I'll expect if we foment what might seem like a mutiny in order to stop the transportation of the weaponry, you'll cover for us.
In the aftermath, absolutely. And he will look over at your captain, and there's clearly like a glance that says, don't mess with my people, kind of that back and forth. You tell there's history there. And he will say, well, I will see myself out. Information is on the pad for you. Good luck, Doctor, Commander. And I hope you select a good team to go with you. And then, Divelle, you are left there with Ward. Captain says, I will see Arnell off the ship.
Thank you, sir. So, um,
Well, this kind of sucks, right?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Um, this is kind of steps on what I was going to ask you anyway, but do you want to be my date?
Uh, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, a shame about this.
Yeah, well, yeah, it muddies the complicated thoughts, I suppose, but we can get past that.
Yeah. Um, so we've got 13 hours to figure out the rest of the team and also
And
to get you
I
an
mean, I
outfit.
think no, you go ahead. You go first.
No, that's it. I mean, who do you think?
I mean, there's a couple Bajorans. It's not a stretch to suggest they're not Federation people, right?
Well, I mean, oh, right. Well, I mean, we could always ask Savari. Plus, she's great at rooting around in Jeffrey's tubes.
Yeah,
And
and I feel like Jures is you know, needs a little bit of freedom, such as this might grant him. I'm
yeah,
happy to posit this as a challenge to his career.
okay.
And we'll also say that for purposes of this, that Tvilic will be going along. And, if we need to, there might be another NPC at the back of this. Just so we can see Tvilic in like uh, a,
Yeah,
like a Bahama shirt, and that kind of thing. So, on vacation in civilian outfit.
I love it.
So let's come to Jures. Where do we see Jures working? Like what are they doing? Are they working on something? Are they relaxing? What do we see here?
I don't think we see him working. We see him in a 19th century gentleman's club on the holodeck,
Frump, 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 frump.
um, where he is in deep conversation with a rather straight-laced gentleman, and he's saying, "Now, Watson, the whole point here is to find the root of the mystery." Um, and the Watson character says, Yes, yes, Sherlock. I suppose we must.
I have to
Um,
ask this. Is Watson a hollow character or is there
oh
another
yes.
person? Okay.
Oh yeah. Nobody knows that he
Okay.
runs this program.
Okay.
And then a window smashes in, and Moriarty appears in on a rope.
Absolutely. We've got that actor in for a special cameo just for this bit as they come in. Do you think it goes to immediate fencing duel or
I think so. I think it's stick fencing.
okay, absolutely. Uh is it Ward or DeVell that interrupts this? Which of you two do you think is going to talk to Jures? Maybe Ward for this, DeVell for talking to Sevari.
Yeah.
Yeah. So uh Ward, how I mean, do you do you slip in to the simulation? Do you ring the bell? Like how what is your take on that?
Um, Given that we have only 13 hours, I am not kind of saving anyone's enjoyment. I just ring the kind of command override, and maybe there's like a blinking siren, 5 seconds to finish what you're doing.
Yes. Command override interrupt there.
Uh, run bridge simulation 389.
And what does it shift to?
It shifts to the bridge where I'm at the weapon station
Okay.
practicing.
And the door portal will come open and you will see Commander Ward there.
I jump to my feet, full attention.
Are you still in your Holmes outfit?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. Yes, maybe.
Well, I would have thought it would have been much funnier if, when we had finished the scene, it was like, oh, you forgot to put down the rapier or whatever it is.
Yeah, right. There's a fighting stick resting on the panel.
Yeah, yeah. Apologies for the intrusion, Ensign.
Just a training exercise, sir.
Absolutely. Um, we have a special mission for you. Let's talk in the captain's ready room.
The captain's ready room.
But
Because
if I
the
had a
last
special
time,
mission to impart to you, I don't think I'd be doing it out here in the corridors.
oh, okay, yes, sir. End simulation.
Two simulations are
And
running. Which one would you like to end?
Uh, um, um, uh, Jures 01.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. There must be something wrong with the holodeck. End
I think
simulation.
And there'll be that blink as both of them close out.
you may have to, leave your grip of the fighting stick for it to fully close out.
Oh,
Unbanned
yes, sir.
objects and all.
DeVell. Savari, where does DeVell find you?
It might take a moment because I'm currently doing my performing one of my hobbies, and that's the Jeffrey's Tube parkour thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're scanning for me, I'm moving around the ship pretty quickly. You will find me in engineering eventually, like drenched in sweat and looking at a pad and like, well, that could have gone better. Damn it, still didn't beat that. Mm.
What's your record so far, Savari?
My record so far is 20.38, but the official record stands at 18.75, which okay, it's not the Kintsugi, which has its own challenges, but still I can beat that, I'm pretty sure.
I believe in you.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
could you join me in the office? We need to talk privately.
Yeah, sure. Can I get a quick ultrasonic before?
I mean, no, this takes
Okay.
precedence, but
Okay.
you'll have time to do, this won't be a long conversation.
Okay. So if you don't mind, I'm fine.
Um, so
And
yeah,
how
we
how do
have,
you present this to? I'm very curious how you sell this, perhaps present this to Sevari.
well, yes, we've been presented with a mission while I'm supposed to be away for my brother's wedding, and we need several crew members to go undercover.
Okay.
And then, she's giving some of the basics of the mission. Well, she's giving the mission
Mhm.
readout. And
Okay.
I
Mhm.
think your skills probably are some of the best suited for this.
I guess. I mean, I've done undercover stuff, adjacent stuff at least on Bajor during the occupation. I guess. Kind of. So yeah, sure.
All
Sure.
right.
Is that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well,
But,
sorry about that.
well, it's not your fault. So,
No, I know, but still, I can still be sorry.
thank you. Thank you. Um, the best bet is to, luckily, you're going undercover.
Hmm.
So you probably won't have to interact with my family, so you won't have to worry. You probably won't have to worry about them. But
Uh-huh.
they're Deltons mostly,
Hmm.
so
Hmm. Mm,
you
okay. Okay. But
obviously this is need to know only.
oh yeah, I mean undercover mission then, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Um, what's my undercover ID then?
Uh, yeah. We'll cover those basics later.
Okay.
The shuttle leaves in 13 hours, so
Okay. Then I can get an ultrasonic before we go.
of course.
Cool.
Thank
And is any other scenes that people want to call on the ship before we move forward? Just want to check in on that. Then I think that we see the shuttle. Uh, uh, Divelle Ward, are you changed in civilian? Or are you still in your Starfleet uniforms? Obviously, any fancy things you have for the wedding are packed away, but what do you think?
I think Devel has changed into civilian garb because she's attending as family member. So.
And what does that look like? What is Orion slash Delton slash what she pictures as civilian garb look like?
I think she's got like currently it's like a sleeveless shirt and but like khaki or what are capris
Hmm.
and heels.
And for Ward,
Yeah, obviously following suit. Um, Probably the first time we've really seen her in anything but the standard Starfleet updo, right? So hair hair loose,
hmm
and maybe like a simple dress or something. Maybe something that looks like it was picked out for Risa, right?
hmm I like that. And Jures, how are you dressed? How are you presenting yourself?
Um,
Touristy,
yeah,
more
I think
for.
touristy. I don't think I can carry off, and I doubt I have a set of formal clothes. It would seem odd. Um, I could have one run up by the replicators, I suppose, but no, I think yeah, I think I'm dressed as a tourist.
Absolutely. And Sivari, anything we should know about how you are dressed slash presenting yourself?
I think tourist sounds fine. I think Sevari is wearing a t-shirt with favorite chef, Vulcan Chef Sutek or something like that, and is talking to people who wants to know and people who don't want to know about the new bake-off, the Vulcan bake-off thing that
Yeah,
is going to happen, and that she is so excited about.
absolutely. And there are other people on board. The uh, 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 transit shuttle there. Arrangements have been made. There are a couple of other of the personnel that we've got there, and I think that we will see, as we do in Star Trek, when we come up to a new ship, we get that like not necessarily interminable, but a long like a glamour fly around there, and uh, I'm going to. This is the look of the Excelsius. The modelers have spent a lot of time. In the comments later on, there will be things that people will say about it looking entirely impractical, but there will be a great deal of debate about that on the boards later. But this is an old school, non-Terran space cruise liner, very high end, and you will come in and when you d disembark, of course, they've got nice uniforms. Tell me, Alan, what do the uniforms for the Excelsius crew look like?
Oh, they are so far over the top. They are glossy. And I think they probably follow the kind of color scheme of the ship.
Blue and
A rich
gold.
blue and gold. The more gold you have, the more senior you are in the crew. And the more convoluted the epaulets and the kind of design of the whorls on the front.
Absolutely. And there are other people disembarking. This is a big vessel. It can carry a good 1,000 people on board, including crew and such. And space is presented impractically. I think that you know this place, this concourse that you're coming in, is bigger than it needs to be. It's kind of a waste of space. Some of it is done with holograms, but even now you can tell that this is old style, old school. Uh, Devell, one of the things that will probably make you excited is that you know that on one of the lower levels, they have a massive botanical garden, as well as kind of a almost jungle exhibit here. What is another thing that for you is kind of interesting or potential feature of the Excelsius?
I think they've got an artificial lake.
And Ward, uh, what activity, like sports or hobby or something like that, that is presented when they're kind of showing you the pads with all the possibilities, the things that you can sign up for, what there actually catches your attention?
I wonder if they have something like, and again, completely impractical at any kind of efficient level, but they have this kind of ice rink in, outside the hull, but inside the shield bubble, going around like a promontory deck.
Hmm.
So yeah, completely over the top.
Absolutely. That is one of the ones where you have to sign. They mentioned this. You have to sign a special waiver for the use of that. There's some things for that. Sevari, this is an old ship. Are you excited by that? Are you terrified by the engineering problems that you're seeing? Like, what is your reaction to this when you see this?
I mean, historic spaceships is one of my hobbies, so I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
really excited.
yeah.
And
This
I'm working on the Kintsugi. Come on, I'm not worried about I'm excited also about the technical problems we might encounter. That could be interesting.
absolutely. And you will see we get some shots as you do when people are coming in a group scene. We get some shots of people that tell us that these are important character actors that are
Mhm.
present on there. We will see the captain kind of up on a raised dais doing their presentation. Captain Chalice, she looks like she's relaxed and in complete control of things. Mr. Obos matches the color scheme of the vessel. And he seems to be the senior officer, but also kind of the cruise director. And he is not talking to anyone, but he is managing all of the functionaries and flunkies and all of that that are kind of moving around back and forth. You will see a a group that includes a doctor, looks like an academic. He definitely is carrying some baggage with him. He has an Endorian assistant with them that he seems unimpressed by this. Like this is clearly not a pleasure trip for him, and he is very quick to get directed to where his cabins are in a way that says that his purposes are different. Uh, there is a loud, noisy, already already inebriated on something group of Bajorans. You will see them. They look like they're you know, late teens, early 20s, sort of that age. They are bright young things. You can tell that they come from some sort of wealthy Bajoran group, and that they are used to being treated like celebrities, and they demonstrate how little they care about the people that work there as they kind of laugh and giggle and rummage through here. They certainly will make note of you, Sevari, and you, Jures, because you're the only Bajorans that aren't like working the cabin kind of thing. So you will spot them. There is a really out of place looking Federation lieutenant who has a bag over his shoulder, is definitely getting an eyeful from the personnel on board, and he kind of like awkwardly makes his way through. Uh, and then you will see a woman with a veil that I think all of you will immediately pin as a sensory web, and you will see her walking carefully along with this large metal box that is rolling along beside her, which you will see bears the marks of a Medusan, a energy creature kept in that box that uh, cannot be looked upon by normal human beings. So Divelle, what is your manner? What is your approach when you hear your parents calling your name?
At first there's like the brief tense of the shoulders because, mission in the back of her mind, and then she's got to quickly compartmentalize just in case. And she, turns to smile and she tugs Astrid along with me.
And Astrid, you will see a tall Orion woman. Looks very. You can see some of the resemblance to Develle, but there's more of a severe look, perhaps, that she has than Develle carries. She also has a full head of hair, and next to her is a Delton gentleman who looks maybe just his he's a little more tight-lipped, like he's a little more uncertain or uncomfortable. But your mother Tisa will DeVal, please. And we'll come over and we'll hug you immediately and say, how are you?
I'm good, Mom. It's how are both of you? I'm sorry I
Good,
haven't
good.
been
They and
keeping
she
up.
does her fingers go there. They have stylists on the Kintsugi.
Well, I've learned to style myself.
Oh, I can tell. But it looks good.
Thank you.
They have stylists on board the vessel. Maybe you and I can go and get a mani-pedi and have your hair done, right?
This is Astrid,
Ah, Astrid, it is a pleasure to meet you. You are a
my date.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I work with Divelle. So yeah, we're colleagues as well.
Oh, are you a scientist as well?
I am definitely not a scientist.
And that's when you will hear
She's the
uh,
first
uh,
officer.
Go H kind of start to say something, and then you'll hear and he will finally step forward and hold out his hand to you, Astrid, and will say, "I'm former Captain Goich. This is
Well,
my daughter, Deville, as you know.
an honor to make your acquaintance, sir.
The honor is mine. Good to see that there's a strong acting officer of a good choice. Good choice, Deville. Well played."
Thanks, Dad.
Uh, and your mom will kind of take charge and will say, they put you and your companion a little bit away from the wedding party. I don't know why. But I'll get you where the rooms are. Your brother and his bride are finishing up some details here, so they will meet with you later. We should all have dinner together.
Of course, of course.
Well then, looking forward to things. And Goh will kind of nod at you, and you see him stop, and he'll kind of come forward. Is there anything wrong, Devel?
It's just, you know me and last minute changes. It's
All
just
right,
still dealing with some things.
all right. And he'll nod, kind of looks at you strangely, and then they'll head off. I want to give Devel and Ward a moment here before I cut to Jures and Sevari.
So those are my parents.
I see. Um, yeah. I mean, tough even without the
Right?
mind reading.
Right? I think it's just the mounting pressure of the wedding building up for him. He's not always so stoic.
Mm. And I'm so glad now that I didn't actually end up in engineering because the silent condemnation would have been stark.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, you're you're doing great.
Okay,
So
I'm teasing a
let's
little bit, but yeah, you're
yeah.
doing fine.
I'm managing.
Sevari and Jures, what do we see you doing as you come in, in that sort of the everybody arriving on the love boat kind of scene and all these people are around? How are you carrying yourselves? Are you, like presenting yourself, as a pair? Are you approaching things separately? What do you think? Who wants to say? Who wants to start
Oh,
up, you two?
I think I will have followed Savari's lead in this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can go together. It makes more sense than, yeah, because we need to talk occasionally to each other, right? And that would be weird if we didn't know each other. So it's not entirely clear what our. I don't think we go as a couple though.
Okay.
That's maybe. I mean, Joris is fine, but I mean, honestly, I don't know him that well. Savari will also freeze a little when she sees these Bajorans. Does she know them? Were they
Uh,
at the same school as her?
Gosh,
Like the Cardassian Run Academy that she attended?
let I think you will immediately peg them.
No,
Uh, they are the kids of collaborators.
no. Yeah.
Um, there are a number of Bajoran
Mm,
families that made
mm.
out very, very well for themselves.
Yeah, like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are some, when things changed, essentially their parents took their kids off world,
Mm.
and this
Oh,
definitely looks like, a touring group of bright young Bajoran things,
oh, cool.
who probably have no political uh, 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 perception.
Yeah, they're probably too young, but to have anyway. I think jurors will notice that kind of like deep breath, face very schooled, and then there is a bright smile again, and it's totally fake.
Uh, Sir, I think we
Uh,
should go and have a word with them. I mean,
jurors, we should
our
not go and have a word with them.
but it's shameful behavior.
You know who they are?
Well, I kind of don't care. No, they're Bajorans.
Yeah, but some, not all Bajorans were in the resistance. Some Bajorans very, were very comfortable with the occupation, actually. Um,
They're
and
collaborators.
they're the kids of collaborators, yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
we
well,
definitely have to go and correct them.
we
Yeah.
don't, no, Joris, what will you correct? They're
Well, the
kids of
behavior, they need to be
collaborators.
respectful. We need to tell them that Bajor needs to
Uh,
create a better
Joris,
impression
Joris,
with
we have a
people.
Joris, we have a purpose here, which is to relax and have fun. Okay, it's not to go and correct random asshole kids. You won't get through to
Okay.
them. I know kids like those. They will make fun of you, and then you'll be pissed, and that will put a crink in my enjoyment of this place.
I,
Okay?
I thought we were on some kind of mission. No, nobody's told me what we're here for.
Nobody's to-
No,
Damn it.
the town
No.
council ward just said I need
Okay.
some people for a
Yeah. Okay.
mission,
Okay. Okay.
and then
Just.
told me I was to go as a civilian, but nobody's
Yeah.
briefed me.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I will brief you, and now we will stop this talk about missions. Our mission here is to enjoy ourselves. Okay? That's the mission. Enjoy ourselves. And you will come with me. We will go to the quarters we have been provided. I will tell you what this enjoyment of this lovely space will entail. Okay?
Okay,
Okay? Okay? Cool.
but I'm
Thank you.
confused.
Yes, I'm confused as well. That's not
Uh,
like Commander Ward, but okay.
Commander Ward, are you okay with taking that? I'll give you a determination if you
Mm.
forgot to brief Jures fully.
That seems strange. But uh, unless I said you'll just take your lead from Sevari,
I
right?
think that's probably what you
Mm.
said, but we'll give you
Yeah,
the
yeah.
determination for that.
Okay,
Okay.
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 Um, let's cut on that moment to as you two head off to towards your cabins. Let's take our first break here, and we'll come back and let you all call scenes here. As much as anything to give you a chance to tell us and explore some of the features and facilities of this wild space cruise ship. We want to take advantage of the green screen sets that we've got for this. So take 10 and we'll be back. So let's have a chance. I want to kind of get a scene of each of you individually, like checking out something on the ship. As it takes off, we get a beautiful glamour shot. They spent a lot of time building this model, so we get a nice glamour shot of it in space, and then we come on board. Uh, uh, Develle, what do we see you doing? You kind of want to to take a day or two to kind of settle in and figure out how you want to interact with your parents, but also kind of get a sense of what the ship is like. So what do we see you doing?
I think she's exploring that jungle botanical garden thing.
It is definitely both functional for the oxygen rebreather thing, but uh, it is it is over elaborate. Like it is a massive lower deck of this place. What is the thing here that surprises you about the botanicals here?
Hmm. I think like I think they chose a lot of species of plants for how they look, despite like not taking account actual function of some of the plants. And I'm like, no, we should this one's dangerous, you know, this is you could poison someone with this. Like but like some of them are like, oh, this is actually pretty useful, like in case we need to, you know, as aloe or whatever, you know, some good.
There is, you will realize after a bit that you're kind of being shadowed, and you will see there is a Bolian in overalls with a baseball hat on who's been kind of watching you, uh, and will come over to where you're at, and he's like, "Is everything okay, ma'am?"
Um, yeah, more or less. Why do you ask?
It just seems that you were paying particular attention to the plants that I oversee, and I was wondering if you had
Oh, you're
an
the gardener.
issue. Yes, I am.
Oh, you're doing great work taking
Oh,
care of these.
and he seems clearly shocked that you're being polite. Uh,
I'm
thank
a
you.
I'm I'm a botanist by trade, so.
Oh, oh, well, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to show you around if you need
Oh
anything.
yeah.
If you want to see the under hydroponics, I'd be glad to show you where that's at.
Oh, I'd love to see the swamps eventually, but maybe not right. I do have to ask some questions. You've got um a, a Delvian Paraxis. I don't know, I'm just making up the.
Yep. We don't have full control, rather, I don't have full control over which plants are chosen in here. They,
Okay.
when requests are made, I am instructed to add them to there for the period of time that that particular guest is aboard the ship. I try to keep things alive afterwards, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay. Okay. I understand. So I'm just, you know, the concern obviously arose just because of, how dangerous that plant can be. But
Yeah, well, we have some precautions here.
yeah. So, all right. But yeah, thank you so. And I'm sorry, what's your name?
Scott,
Scott, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm DeVell.
yeah, it's good to meet you, Mr. Bell.
Okay.
Ward, what do we see you doing, taking advantage of, exploring here?
I mean, it would be a shame to concoct a space-borne ice rink without going out and trying it. So yeah, I think we see Ward, you know, flipping through the pages and pages of the disclaimer, the legal waiver. Yes, I understand space is tall and big, you know.
And there probably are a few other people there, but maybe there's one who has done this before and knows what they're doing, but there's a lot of people who don't and are like falling on their butts and then giving up on it. Uh, so what is it like for you here? Is it like skating in the void of space?
Yeah, I imagine it is really this precipice of emptiness, and like on your outside arm, you can kind of feel the shielding, right? Uh, bring the hairs up, but otherwise, it is very. If you're subject to vertigo, this is like a horrible place to be. Um, And yeah, I think there's a moment when I'm going down the kind of length of the ship where I don't really have to pay attention to anything except what's below me, and that might be a mistake, right? I think you have like a little wobble, uh, as that becomes apparent. But yeah, then I
What,
think
why don't you
the
make
focus comes back.
a fitness plus con roll?
Yeah. Let me do that. Uh, Gosh, there's no focus for foolhardy
For
things.
foolhardy
Uh,
ice skating.
so yeah, let me. What was that? That is one success.
One success.
Yeah.
So I think you're pretty good. I mean, this is not an opposed thing. You are pretty good. Uh, but I think kind of as you finish up and kind of come off, you will see there is uh, a crew person there that you definitely have the feeling that maybe they've been sent to kind of monitor things. And they do keep an eye on you and they will say, you're very good at that.
Well, thanks. Do you get to try it out when you're not on duty?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you're scared, or you're not an ice skater.
Ah, I'm not an ice skater. That is
Okay.
not what I do.
What are you here just to make sure everyone signs the waivers, or are you like rescue personnel?
Ship's safety.
Safety. Okay.
I'm a safety officer.
Excellent. Well, that's important.
It is. And they kind of let you pass, but you see them you have the sense that maybe because you and Devell definitely came in as Federation, they are kind of keeping an eye on you too. Sevari,
Okay.
what do we see you doing, exploring, interacting with here as you kind of get settled into your mission?
Well, after having explained what we're actually doing to Jures, and after having explained to him that he should keep away from the Bajorans, I will do the total opposite and go and talk to the Bajorans because I know some of their dads, right? So, yeah, why not? I will probably change my clothing to something a little more elegant. Whatever
Okay.
I have, it's probably not quite as elegant as the occasion warrants, but I mean,
Yeah, and you'll definitely approach. There's a definite bit of maybe side eye at your outfit,
mm,
but the queen bee of
mm,
this uh, group, Jadal Ashaway,
mm,
will acknowledge you, um, and will say, we'll greet you in that way that they're clearly trying to size you up.
mm. Well, I will just I think you I excuse me. I think you're a Jadal, aren't you?
I am. I don't
Well,
think I know you.
no, no, probably not. I was a few classes above you at the academy, Lincoln Sevari.
Yeah, I didn't really do the academy thing.
Oh, well, really? Okay, well. I'm looking like, weren't you clever enough for that, or what? What kind of like low life are you that you didn't go to the academy? Really, honestly, it's like an American kid saying they didn't go to college.
Why don't you make a presence
Yeah,
plus command roll?
I was afraid you'd say that. That's not my strong suit. I've got a 10. I don't think damage control counts here, huh?
No.
No. Which dice have I? These ones. 1, 2, oh. Come on, guys, be nice to me, please. Please. No, no. Absolutely not. This is not flying.
She says, "Oh, oh, I do know you.
Of course you do.
My father is
Mhm.
good friends with your father."
Used to be, I think. My father's in prison, but
Oh no, he's a great man, your father.
he is
My father
indeed.
has huge respect for him. My father said he wouldn't have been where he was if it weren't for your dad.
I'm aware of that, yes. I know. I know.
Yeah,
Well,
it's absolutely so terrible how things have turned out, isn't it?
it's a shame, isn't it? Yes, I was saying it's a shame. Good to see you here. You seem to have fallen on your feet.
Oh, well, we travel and enjoy ourselves.
Oh, nice.
You should join us. You should bring along that little sweetmeat you brought with you.
Oh no, he's a total joy killer. Only talks about
Oh,
weapons, that man.
ooh,
And
interesting.
the need to punch Cardassians and stuff like that.
Oh, oh, I know how
Yes,
these boys get
he's one of
sometimes.
those. He's one of those. He's very emotional about it.
Emotional, I like that.
Yes, but you wouldn't want him to proselytize to you about the
See,
glory of
see,
Bajor and the
you're saying all
prophets.
that, and you just get me more interested and excited.
Oh, okay. Well, feel free to have him yell at you.
Absolutely, we'll have to try that out. I'll tell
Mhm.
my father
Mhm.
that
Oh,
I
is he
saw
here?
you. He will be
Is
very
he
excited.
is he on
No,
the
but I
is
talk to him
oh
every
okay.
once in a while.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes I need more money.
give him my regards. I remember his pleasure yacht. It was a shame about that accident.
Yeah, yeah, he thought it was sabotage.
Really? Well, these resistance people didn't put it past them.
Yes, they're all low functioning.
Well, ah, they are in a way. Yes. Anyway, what are you doing here?
Oh, we're just touring.
Yeah, but what are you doing right now? What are you up to? Is there a party going on? Or
There's a party always going on. We're just heading in
yes.
between. I thought
Okay.
I'd check since we don't usually see Bajorans that aren't the help.
No, well, I'm not to help, clearly.
Oh, no, absolutely not with your father.
No, no.
Well, hopefully we will see you around. And what was the name of
Uh,
that little one you brought with you?
uh, Jamba something. Really, I don't
Jemba.
remember.
All right, all right. And she will head on. The others, she kind of comes over. She clearly gossips with the
Mm-hmm.
others afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
and they all kind of give you the eye
Mm-hmm.
at that point before they head on.
Okay. I will send Joris a message that the leader of these Bajoran expats might show some interest in him and that he should feel free to regale her with good Bajoran manners and the will of the prophets.
Jures, what do we see you doing?
I want to offer some fan service here, because we've got this large domed jungle plant area, which to me means silent running. So I think that they have drones, those little waddling silent running
Yep.
drones. If our audience doesn't know about it, they need to look it up. Um, and I think that Juras is talking to one of them, and he says, "The lowest and vilest alleys of London do not present a more dreadful record of sin than does the smiling and beautiful cruise ship. You will come to know my methods, little one." And Juras is going in search of he wants to find some crew members. He knows that there are some Bajorans aboard who are acting as servants, so he wants to take the wrong doorway. He wants to kind of go through one of those doors that says crew only.
Absolutely. I think that that is going to be daring plus security.
Yes. Uh, so daring is 9, security is 4, so that's 13. So let's roll a couple of dice. Oh, that's a D12. Sorry, I
That
always
would
get that
help.
wrong. Yeah, yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Okay, 2D. Here we go.
Sherry actually did that the first few times we were playing. She kept rolling really well. I was like, oh, you're rolling really well.
That is 2 successes.
That is two successes. So I think that you will eventually find your way down because you have some security knowledge, things like that. You and Savari know how to get, and I think we'll find yourselves. Uh, we get a little bit of a visual reference to Titanic, in the underpipes and things, and I think we see some crew people sitting around and see some Bajorans, playing cards, and kind of look up as you come in, and one of them will say, "Are you lost?"
No, I'm just bored. Um, there's just, have you seen those Bajoran kids upstairs? I mean, they're
Oh,
just embarrassing. Um, and I'm here as kind of factotum and bodyguard for another one of them.
uh, well, at least you must get tipped well. They're loose with their change.
Well, good, good, good. They're not good for much else. Um, but so I thought I'd come in search of better company, to be honest.
Absolutely. So you want us to deal you in?
Yeah, why not?
And you can sit down with them. Uh, so what do you want to get out of this, Jures?
Um,
Do you want to create essentially create an aspect? Do you want to ask a question? What do you want here?
I want to display declare the first of my improvement talents, my
Okay.
milestone talents, which is lead investigator.
Ooh.
Um, I get to re-roll 1d20 uh, uh, in when I'm in a social if in a social situation. Oh no, sorry, that's cold reading. Let me check that. I meant to write it down. Um Lead investigator. Whenever you attempt a task to retrieve or analyze evidence of a crime, you may re-roll 1d20. So I want to find out who travels regularly, because we think that the Excelsius has been used before, if I remember my briefing correctly. Um,
Absolutely.
and so what I'm interested in is which of these passengers travel regularly, and do they travel? I mean, does the Excelsius ply a particular route?
And so one of the ones that they will mention is a as a regular is a guy named Zeki Mitras. They don't know what he is. Like some people say he's one of those merchant princes. He has some dealings with the Ferengi. But he's on here quite quite a lot. Otherwise, there's not a lot of other regular people on board. Uh, but then this is what I'm going to give you as a piece. Uh, there was a one guy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that was so weird." And they say, "Yeah, there's a guy who's on here regularly, like a friend of the captain, uh, who's here, but he's dressed up in like Starfleet right now." I didn't think he was Starfleet. Maybe he's Starfleet intelligence. I don't know. Why would he come in a uniform? It doesn't make any sense.
And he travels a lot.
Oh yeah, he's here on here all the time.
Right, right. That's very interesting. Now, can I roll to create clue number one. How do you want to
Uh,
handle it?
so basically, I'm giving you a piece of information. So we had a two difficulty that included you finding these people and asking a couple of questions. Does that seem like a fair thing there?
It does. It does.
So yeah, so now you kind of know them. You've made those arrangements, and you've gotten some pieces there. So you know that Lieutenant Chernik is not a lieutenant, and that Zeki Mitris travels quite a bit.
In which case, I need to rush back and find out from Sevari how we feed this information up the chain.
I love it. Uh, Now I want to give you all a chance to call scenes with other people. Uh, let's start back with Divelle.
Hey, Ward, want to meet my brother
Yeah, that's
and fiance?
I think we've got it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Where should it be though?
One of the
It's like a
recreation areas, up in the bridal suite, somewhere else, at
I
the
think it should be at
dinner.
like I think it should be at one of like the recreation areas.
Okay.
Probably
The
part of the whole
Federation equivalent of shuttleboard, right?
let's say it's at the lake,
Okay.
the artificial lake.
And uh, you will
Swimsuit time,
arrive.
baby.
Yeah. We get a little bit of that. That we paid some money to have a nice set for that. Uh, and you will see Devel's uh, brother, Pizzoa, who seems very excited to see you, and his Beta Z bride to be. So a couple of psychics here that will come up on you. Uh, uh, Though Pizzoa is very careful around you, Devel,
Hmm.
with his talents.
Yeah.
Very respectful about that. Um, but so this is your date.
Yeah, Astrid, I'd like you to meet Pizzoa and Zana.
Very glad to meet you. My mother said that you're the number one on the Kintsugi.
Yeah, relatively recently made such, but yeah, I've been in a command couch for a while now,
Uh,
so
if you don't mind my saying, that's really exemplary. You seem very young.
well, I guess battlefield promotions and such.
I understand.
Unfortunate. I think I'd be happier if it were slower, but yeah.
I understand we've had a lot of changeover on the Rogers. I think we're the last Galaxy class that's being kept back out of frontline action. They moved most of the civilian personnel over to that. Uh, Ones that didn't get evacuated out. So we've been engaged on those things.
I mean, as long as you're staying safe, that's
And you will see Baxter kind of stops and looks like she's going to say something. And Pizzo will say, I actually put in that if they need additional personnel for frontline operations to fill in positions, I put in a request on that.
pose out.
And you see that Baxter looks kind of like this is clearly a point of contention. Uh, uh, you know, with the situation going on, I've had a lot of friends that have gone out and have put things at risk out there. I didn't feel right uh, dealing with that. And I mean, Choli's out there on the front lines. And I don't know if you know, but Zachel's finishing up and has also asked to serve.
Yes, I'm I know, But you didn't want to join Starfleet.
Well, it's not Starfleet. It's just that they are giving people who are civilian
You know,
personnel with
yes, but we need teachers just as importantly. I'm looking to Zana for backup. Like, and also,
she
you're getting
she
married and planning this?
Zada clearly this has been an argument that's been going over a while, and she just says, I have had this conversation with him repeatedly, Devell, but he feels
Mhm.
very strongly about it. I can sense his determination.
Well, boys will be boys.
And
Well, so I think it's remarkable, and sorry, Defel, but
Look,
we needed all the help we can get.
uh, and Pazuko go, well, I'll go and get us some refreshments, and clearly to disengage from the conversation, and they'll walk away. And could you please make a roll for me, Devel, I think.
sure.
Would you please make control plus command?
Okay. Will etiquette help?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Uh, but that's four successes apparently.
Four successes. Holy moly.
Yeah, I rolled
Two
two ones.
ones. I've never seen that before. So there is that bit where she turns to you, and she doesn't have quite the same. I mean, she's an empath.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that bit where you kind of realize that that she's probably kind of cold reading you,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but you tamp things down. You tone it so that your emotions are about your reaction to your brother and
Mm-hmm.
nothing else. And even with a difficulty three, you will keep her from like picking up from the two of you that anything is untoward about this mission.
Got real lucky there. So let's put one in the memento pool then.
Absolutely. And she will
I'm
talk with you. Again,
yeah.
she does say,
Sorry about bursting out at him.
she says, I really do hope you have a chance to talk with him. And he's been doing he's been doing the drills, like they offer emergency preparedness drills and damage control drills, and he's been doing those on his off time, and he thinks that qualifies him. And I don't think it does.
It's look, I understand. I will I will try to have a calm discussion with him.
And she will turn to you, Ward, and say, I it's not that I don't believe in what's going on. It's just that I'm worried about him.
Listen, I know the risks of being aboard a Starfleet vessel. I've lost people in in war, so I'm not making anything light of it. Unless he's qualified, he won't make it. So I think it's remarkable that he is willing to put himself up for it.
And she will nod. There's maybe a little bit of comfort to her, but still clearly a great deal of worry. Does that feel good for that scene, Julian?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
totes.
Uh Sevari, and then we'll come back to Ward. Sevari, I'd like you to have a chance to call a scene here with another character, with an NPC, whatever you'd like to do here for this next bit.
Okay, I've talked to these Bajoran knobs. And I think, how would Juris is right. How would we contact, not Starfleet intelligence that, or Starfleet, no, but how would I contact Divelle or Ward? I mean,
Uh,
there has to be a way,
uh,
right?
yeah, I assume that you have some kind of very, you know, ship range kind of comms that so
Okay.
long as you don't use it too much, it
Mm,
won't get picked
okay.
up. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I was thinking of maybe if we could create a sort of a cover, but that's probably later on during some kind of party where I could just bump into Devel, and we were on the same ship coming in,
Yeah,
right?
they also have put your rooms. Clearly, they've done this.
Mm.
It's
Oh,
why
okay.
Develle isn't up by the
Ah,
wedding
I
party,
see.
is your room is
I
relatively close
see.
to Develle's.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Okay, now I've done the social thing, which I know I'm qualified or I'm the best put, no, which I'm the best person for. Still, I want to do something uh, more up to my speed, I guess.
Sure.
And I will find there are probably tours of the boat of this ship, right?
Hmm.
I will find someone who gives a tour and pester them with questions about this historical thing. And this time I don't have to fake any enthusiasm or anything. I mean, I love ships like these.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
it's a bit more ostentatious than I actually like, but I mean, look at these old fixtures. And I will ask ton of questions about what they are made for of, and maybe I will find out some stuff.
all right. Uh, let's have you roll reason plus engineering.
Okay, cool.
Maybe with the intent of like at the very least creating a trait and then asking
Yeah.
some questions, kind of thing.
Yep, that was my thinking. That's a 15. No, I think I'm good here. These are dice. These are 20s. Wow, okay, it's two
Two
successes.
successes.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, there are personnel that are clearly dedicated to this.
Mhm.
Uh, you can tell, I think, in doing this that there is certainly the word out that they are kind of trying to be alert, like they know
Mhm.
that there are Federation folks there, so they are a little bit cautious.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
you'll be able to go and like see a lot of parts of the ship, get a
Mhm.
sense of it. What do you want to call that trait? Like a map of the ship or something else specific? What do you think?
I was actually looking at the sensors,
Okay.
like having some kind of idea how to access the internal sensors, because these weapons they will have signatures.
Okay. Then let's have that. The simple trait is, let's say, internal sensors
Mhm.
access.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Let me put that in there.
If anybody's watching Sevari, they will see that she is so far more happy to do this than any
Yeah.
talking to these hobnobs.
I do think your obsessiveness has you come off like a model railroading enthusiast or that kind of
Yeah.
thing, a train
Yes.
spotter,
Yes.
that kind
Yes.
of
Yep.
oh, this is so
Yeah.
exciting, and oh, is this a
Yeah.
model 7G?
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And this is not faked. This is real enthusiasm. She is really cute.
absolutely.
She might get a little sidetracked, but
I think that is perfect. Let's come to Ward.
Yeah, I wonder if there's an opportunity to, bump into one of the kind of senior crew at, a soiree or something. I'm wondering if I can be curious about the path or routes we're going to take, and maybe pick apart when we might suspect some smuggling could have taken place in the past or in future. Try to get a picture of why we're going in certain places.
Absolutely. Let's have you make I think that's going to be insight plus con.
Okay. Might I use investigation as a focus, or
I
maybe
think that's perfect.
astronavigation?
Think you got,
Okay.
I think either one of those would work as in investigate
Yeah.
there.
And let me spend one of those determinations that I have accrued
Okay.
to give myself a bump on this.
So two successes before we even start.
Yeah. And sorry, what did we say? Insight.
Insight
So
plus con.
18.
So to
Yeah.
get
So
three
okay.
successes. So uh, what is your goal here? Is your goal creating a trait? Is it asking questions?
Yeah, I think it's getting an idea of when the smuggling transfer might, either the weapons coming on board or swapping over, trying to see what doesn't quite make sense for this pleasure cruise.
So I think definitely in the course of this, the sort of the first question is, you know, given what we know about the itinerary already, what they're talking about, stuff, are the weapons on board? Are the materials on board? And you would guess, just given how they're kind of describing the routes and things like that, that they are. Like they've already been brought on board because there's no good place further on. It's assuming they are on board. If they are, then they're present already. So let's say that's one question. I think the second thing that you can establish, and then we'll let you kind of that third, you can either momentum or follow up, is this definitely has to be at the high level. There's some talk about the previous routes and things, and you've done some legwork to get what were the plotted fight paths for this ship previously, uh, and there's some discrepancies there. So you suspect that this ship has faked its logs, faked its routes in the past, which says to you that that reaches, that's something that can only happen, if the captain is involved. Has to be up at that level. And it's unclear like where the transfer would take place. Um, but I think that's the sense that you get. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, that seems about right.
Do you have another
Uh,
question?
yeah, let me bank that one in the momentum pool.
Okay. Yeah, and essentially, I think that eventually there is, you know, if you've been talking too long with one of the people, Mr. Obos essentially interrupts to send them along. Uh, Maybe you see them giving a talking to them, blah, 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 Federation, blah, 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 that kind of thing, warning them off from talking too much with you.
Yeah, and I think I will, you know, latch on to Mr. Obos now because he is obviously declaring that he is the expert on matters. And I'll talk about, this nebula that we're going to be a couple of light years away from. And I think it would be great if we could, you know, get a closer look. I mean, um, I've never had the chance to go so close to it.
I think he nods along, and then his speech makes it clear that you do not have the money or cash or influence to shape that, but he will certainly take that into consideration.
Okay. I mean, I'll nod like I understand what money and cash are, but
Yes,
I
that's
misunderstand.
right. Jures.
I think I have to have a scene with Savari because I
Okay.
have to report up the chain. Um, and to find out how do we exchange information with the Lieutenant Commander and Dr. DeVal?
That seems a nice prelude. We'll do that scene, and then we can do a kind of a maybe a clandestine group meet after that.
But I've got a prime suspect.
So where do you find Savari?
Oh, where do I find Savari? Well, I think I'm happy for Savari to tell me where I find them.
Sevari will eventually unmute herself and then maybe come back to the quarters after the whole tour, because now she needs to build a device to actually access the internal sensors, right?
That
Where
seems
have you
perfect.
been? I found a prime suspect.
Oh,
There's a
Jures.
guy pretending to be a Starfleet officer
Huh,
and another guy who travels on this thing all the time. And the
okay,
pretend Starfleet officer is supposed to be a really close friend of the captain. So
interesting.
I think we need to start following them.
Okay. Are you
Um,
good at that?
uh,
Following
well,
people?
I've done security training, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, then you're perfectly based. I am currently building a device to access the internal sensors because now I know how to do that. And
And
also, as I've texted you, the Bajoran, one of these Bajorans, they want to talk to you.
yeah, well, that's a good reason for me to go somewhere else. But what about the
Yes.
doctor and Lieutenant Commander Ward? What, how's this going to work?
Yeah, they're pretty close by. So I think we can just stumble into their quarters while we're looking for something and make a mistake. Or they can stumble into our quarters. That's
Have
a good
have
point. Yes, a good
have
point.
you
Let's text them.
have you experienced any spy fiction?
Uh,
You can't just stumble in. We need to find. There's got to be dead letterboxes.
Joris,
There's got to be
Joris,
codes. There's got to be a way to
I
say
was
we've
an
got some.
asset for the resistance. I know all about spy work.
Well,
Okay, don't
you
lecture
can't
me.
just stumble in. What,
Of course, you can't just
we need
stumble
to set up
in.
a rendezvous.
What? Why? You can just stumble in, you pretend that you're a drunk and empty-headed person and go like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do this. I'm super stupid. It's all
Th-
fine.
This just seems a little informal.
Yeah, well worked on the Kardashians.
Okay. Well,
But
Ward
however,
told me to follow your lead. So, okay,
we
when are
do
we
have
stumbling?
we do have communications with them, so maybe we can just arrange a rendezvous without any dead drops or anything. But we have this thingy here, and what you found out is actually valuable. So
Do you think
I
so? Are
will.
you going to tell Ward it's valuable?
I think Ward can see for herself that it's valuable. I mean,
Okay, okay.
she's not
Well,
first officer for nothing. It's George, it's gonna be fine. They will know that you're a valuable member of this team. You got called for a reason, remember?
yeah, but the last time that I got called to the captain's office for a special mission, it was accompanying Latal.
That was a punishment, Joris. You remember that, right?
Okay, okay,
This is not
okay,
a punishment. This is a
okay.
mission.
Yeah, okay, okay. I'll just
Okay?
follow your
Okay.
lead.
Yeah, okay, okay. Cool.
So I,
Clearly impatient.
yes,
Yeah.
I think we cut forward slightly, and I
Mm-hmm.
think we see, we've kind of cut past all the tradecraft, and I
Mm-hmm.
think we do see a room where we've got maybe a device that essentially is to block sensors or to create a mirror for you. And we see the four of you together having a chance to talk. I think it's probably before, a dinner. So of course, Devell and Ward are in nice clothes, uh, uh, you know, looking particularly spiffy. Um, so yeah, the four of you can meet up to discuss next steps.
Jures is deliberately quiet, but clearly desperate to speak.
What
So,
is what
Mm.
have we found
Savari
out?
will. Yeah,
Well, I've got a prime suspect.
it's got a prime
Okay.
suspect. Or two.
That Federation lieutenant is neither a lieutenant nor even Starfleet. He's a friend of the captain. He travels regularly, and so does a guy called Zeki Mitras. Um, they so
well,
I know. I
that's
know.
That's very useful, Jures. Do you think you could find out a little bit more about them? I mean, a regular traveler is not a damning indictment.
No, but this isn't, I thought this was part of a pattern of smuggling.
Oh, indeed it is. And with that in mind, I've mapped out the route. I can surmise, and maybe Sevari can add something to this, that the weapons have probably already been brought aboard. And it looks, I have a couple of moments in our route uh, that would be obvious moments to unload them, but we shall see.
I got the internal sensors. I can probably not, I can try to find them. They would give up a special signature, right? So if we know where they are, then we can watch them and see if one of the suspects comes over there. One of these Bajoran airheads is actually up to over their ears in debt, which might happen, and very susceptible to being convinced to do something on the side.
Yeah. I've also taken a look at the outer hull all the way around.
Oh,
And I don't see very many places which a cargo could be dumped out of in a very
okay.
surreptitious way. So I think there might have to be some kind of boarding, but we'll have
Mm.
to keep an eye on that.
Well, I can try to find these weapons, and if we know where they are, then we can cross-reference that with your map, right?
Yeah,
Should I
okay.
do that now?
I think that is our next step.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
mean, yeah.
well, what I've learned from the gardener is that he's instructed to plant certain plants, and one when specific guests are traveling, and one of them is a Delvian Paraxia blossom, which is deadly and
Mhm.
poisonous. So I'm not sure if this is a regular thing with whoever might be traveling right now, but it's of concern.
Is it poisonous
Who
to
asked?
every species or just
But,
specs?
she goes and it varies. It reacts to different species in different ways, but
Okay.
Um,
No, I was just wondering if there was anybody immune to it.
which of the passengers asked for it to be planted?
well, I was not given that information.
You didn't ask? Oh, sorry, doctor.
It would be Ward and I are under more suspicion, so
Indeed, we have people following us
and
Oh,
keeping
Really?
tabs on us. Indeed.
okay.
because we're here officially as Federation guests,
Mhm. Yeah,
Starfleet guests.
yeah,
And obviously,
makes sense.
Jures, you and Savari are not identified as Starfleet officially, so it would be to our great advantage if you could keep that under your hat.
We're kind of like irregulars.
Uh, okay.
Does that mean? Devel's like, yes. Don't know that.
And I think as you are all sitting there, the world flickers. Just like there's a flicker. I think you're
Oh,
all conscious of it. Like something happens, like a sudden blink or a wink or something.
I check my tricorder to see what the data readings say, energy readings, stuff like that.
You pull your tricorder. Everything's normal right now.
Yeah, but doesn't it have historical data like what happened 3 seconds ago or 5 or
It
10?
doesn't show anything unusual,
Okay.
but all of you felt that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm.
Hey, there's a big party coming up, a general party where you guys all mingle, chat with
Mhm.
everybody, and interact with NPCs. Let's take 5, and then we're going to cut to that.
Okay, love it.
So we have that weird glitch in the background but we'll see you all kind of have to regroup, and there is, because we want to have this, there is a grand reception kind of ball. We're in a couple of days in, the captain's ball, where everyone is gathered. All the NPCs, all the decks are equal, yeah, and things are being put out, food and drinks and all of that kind of thing, and you're able to mix and mingle and talk to who you want. So, Devell, uh, do you want to talk to one of the NPCs? Do you want to talk to your parents? What do you want?
I'm torn between the parents and Lady and Cantor.
What do you want?
Um, no, let's try an NPC, you know.
Okay. So who?
Yeah, the one with the mesh
Okay.
thing, Lady
So
and Cantor.
yeah, there's a bit where you will approach Lady Encanter. The the Medusan is there next to her, and uh, she will look up and she will greet you, and she will say, "You're with the wedding group, aren't you?"
That's correct. Divelle. I don't think we've had the pleasure.
I am Lady Encanter, and this is Rolex. Uh,
Pleasure to meet you both.
it's a pleasure. You are a Federation officer, are you not?
Yes, I'm a doctor in Starfleet, yes.
Oh,
Uh,
medical or scientific?
Science,
Sciences.
botanist, and
Ah,
some other things, but
well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance here. What, it does seem, if you may beg my pardon, an odd time for a wedding here with affairs in Starfleet.
well, apparently it was a deal too good for my family to resist. You know, it was originally supposed to be on Risa, but something came through. So it's my first time on one of these pleasure barges. Have you traveled like this before?
We have occasionally, Rolex previously was an ambassador for the Medusans,
Ah,
but he has retired from that life, and we take advantage of our old contacts to travel
of
when we get
course.
good deals and such to uh, allow us to do such things.
Of course. Do you have a favorite spot on the ship that I should check out?
And she'll talk about, the ship and a few things like that, and eventually she will say, "May I ask you a question?
Of course. You may ask.
Did you sense something odd earlier today?"
About giving the approximate time frame.
Yeah. Yes, I did not sense it, but Rollick said that something had occurred.
Oh, well, something. Yes, I felt it too, Rolex. It
Ah,
was sort of like everything blinked in sort of a way.
'cause I did not sense it, but
It's good to know that
Rollick's
we're not alone in this feeling.
I do not know much about power systems and warp technology. Do you think it's an issue with the ship?
I've never felt anything like that derived from warp cores before. It's
That is
hard
what
to say.
that is what Rolex told me, but it is not my area of expertise.
Okay. I'd like to give you a threat using my talent
Absolutely.
to ask a question.
Absolutely.
Um, what should I be on the lookout for?
I think there's a moment when she looks down and she kind of gestures for you to kind of lean forward. And she says, Rollick says that the Andorian is wrong. I do not
Dorian's
know what he means, and I don't think he understands exactly what he means, but I thought I should tell you.
Thank you. I will do what I can to discover the meaning behind this.
And she will nod. Thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
You as well. I hope you have a wonderful journey.
And you as well. Sevari,
Yeah,
what do you want to do? Who do you want to be talking to? What do we want to see on screen for you?
I was wondering about those Bajorans because they're a clique, right?
Yeah.
A clique of rich kids, and there's sometimes, not always, but sometimes you have someone who's a little bit on the fringes. Maybe they're poor, maybe they're odd, maybe there's something to be discovered there. I mean, talking to the queen bee is kind of fun in a masochistic way, but maybe there's someone who actually might be in some kind of trouble or might be willing. I mean, she also might be willing to do some shit, but
So you want to kind of try and find and make contact with an outsider kind of at
yeah,
the edge?
yeah, maybe see
How about
what's.
insight plus security?
Oh, again, I'm totally playing to my strengths here. Wish I could build a sensor for that. Um, inside security. Oh, it's 12. I mean, it's better than presence plus something. Where are my dice? There, sorry. Babbling. Come on, dice, be nice. No,
Look
there.
at that.
Oh, two
Two
successes.
successes.
Wow. Okay.
So I think it is watching for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
kind of seeing, and you'll realize that there is one of the Bajorans who kind of is continuously sent to, oh, get us another drink. Oh, go
Mm-hmm.
fetch us this. Oh, go check with this.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
that like you'll wait until they are kind of finally like on their own after having spent, the last hour kind of having to be the dog's body
Mm-hmm.
helper to the group. And they'll look up, young man, young Bajoran, and he'll uh, nod to you. Hello.
Hello. You look a little exhausted, may I say?
Uh, 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 I was just at the parties, they take it out of you, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, more of some people than others, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So,
You're
what?
the one that Jadal mentioned. Your father is
Yeah.
a great hero.
Well, he was, oh, should I look this up? He used to be the director of education under, well, oh, it was a while back, you know? He's not that anymore.
Oh,
They were throwing some accusations his way. Ah, anyway, what can you do?
that's too bad.
Yeah. What about you?
Uh, uh, uh what do you mean?
What about you? Who are you? Why are you hanging out with these people? I mean, they don't seem to treat you like a friend.
Oh no, I'm very very lucky. My they're very lucky to be in their company.
Oh, okay. Tell me why.
Uh, uh, my my family did not do as well, but uh, my father had friends
Mm-hmm.
amongst the the elite,
Mm-hmm.
and so uh, I've managed to survive rather than having to go back to Bajor.
Mhm, 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 mhm. Okay, but he didn't keep his. I guess he didn't keep his money, from what I'm hearing here, or not all of it.
His job wasn't one that involved money per se.
Oh, oh, mysterious. Now I'm interested. I-
He managed the execution grounds at Jakek.
Oh,
And like he
yeah.
gets his mouth kind of sets very seriously.
Oh. And I think you can see Sevari's hands clench. Hopefully he can't. She tries to maintain a positive face and says, well, yeah, yeah, but I mean, that's not your fault, I guess.
And he looks up at you and he says, uh, I chose to go along with this group and not go back to Bajor, so yeah, actually it is my fault.
Damn. Okay, internal monologue. Do not try to help this guy, Sevari. That is not your job. That's not why you're here. Huh. I mean, that's kind of tough luck, I guess.
Yeah,
Look, I'm
I
a
mean,
bit in
I
the same
understand.
I'm a bit in the same situation as you actually, because they got my dad, right? And I'm drifting a bit. That's why I'm hanging out with points to Jures, whatever he's doing. But I can't go
Is
home.
his dad
Nobody
a
will give me a
collaborator
job.
too?
Huh?
His dad
Ah,
a
no,
collaborator?
oh, no, no, he's not. He's not. He's the farthest from it. I think he's kind of a hero of the resistance or something.
Oh,
But I can't go home because nobody will give me a job.
I know what that is like.
I imagine so.
I've I won't hear the voice of the prophets again.
I mean, I think the prophets are not as judgmental as people are.
Kind of gets
Any
quiet.
anyway, look, if what I want to say is if you have if there's you need someone for some kind of opportunity, God, I mean, I don't actually like hanging out with this guy. Untrue, by the
I'll keep that in mind. I
way.
appreciate that.
I mean, with these people that you're hanging out with, that something's bound to come up, right? Something,
And he
right?
says, he looks at you and he says, they don't do anything.
Oh,
They drink, they party, they get on another ship, they drink and party, and they
hmm,
keep being at it.
hmm. Okay. Is there something here that he's not telling me?
No, I think with those two successes,
Mm,
like
okay.
I think you can confirm
Mm, mm,
here that like these are empty-headed party
mm.
kids. They
Okay.
they are not involved in any kind of smuggling or
Okay.
anything like that. Does that seem like
Okay.
a reasonable?
Yeah, that seems like I can exclude them. Okay, good. Uh, well, I'm still feeling sorry for
I
this
know.
kid.
Well,
So
he says
I will turn.
he'll stand up because they actually
Yeah,
I should go.
yeah,
Sorry.
but I will say to him, but as he goes, but you should know I have heard the prophets. I've had a vision. And then I'm leaving.
Okay, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Ward, who do you want to interact with? Who do you want to mingle with here?
Got an eye on Zeki Mitras, but I think it would be much more fun if Jures talked to them.
Okay.
Given that we did ask him to find out a little bit more about these regulars. So I don't know, maybe a scene with Baxter. I wonder if we might be find ourselves at the fringes of the kind of family gathering, and maybe we have a chance to, you know, observe or
A-
pass comments or whatever.
Absolutely. So I do think you kind of find yourself at the edge. There is a bit where uh like uh Pessoa and Divelle, Tessa and Goich kind of there is that regular conversation that you get when a family is back together after a while. That kind of like where probably Divelle and Pessoa take turns kind of being the subject to all the questioning about what's been going on, kind of thing. And Baxter will come off to the side. She's sort of still intently watching all of them, and she'll look up as you approach. Uh, uh, Commander Ward.
Please, Astrid.
Uh,
Um,
Sorry, I've served aboard the Rogers for a while. It's hard to. Please sit.
um, yeah, I um, feel a strange urge to go in and rescue someone, but I'm not sure who.
Yeah, there's something going on there. I don't understand.
It's just family shorthand, right?
Have you met any of DeVelle's family before?
No, first time all at once, so a little bit intimidating,
It,
right?
it, it is the same for me. I'd heard of Tessa and the captain, or Tisa and the captain, but I hadn't actually met with them before this.
Have you been engaged for long? I mean, for me, it seems like, not long. We've been dating, so it doesn't seem strange that I haven't met them before this, but for you,
We served together on the Rogers for about a year and a half before I finally convinced Pizzola that I didn't care that he was a Deltan.
okay.
They're very edgy about that.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe their family situation helps. They're used to dealing with non-Deltans.
It is strange. He can be so open and so closed at times. Has Deville said anything about her father?
Um, I mean, yeah, not really. Um, we barely kind of skim the surface, really, on that issue.
She'll kind of pause and she doesn't say anything else.
There's something you want to tell me? I mean, I can sense you want to tell me something.
There's something going on with him that I've kind of tried to ask Bezoa about it, and he's kind of avoided the subject. And Tessa has, I don't know, there's something there. I'm not sure what it is. But I mean, besides Bezoa, I haven't dealt with many Deltons, so I don't know if I'm just misreading the situation.
Think something professional or family?
Uh, let's have you make a presence plus command roll here to put her at ease.
Yeah, so be 15. I don't don't think there's anything. I don't. Investigation seems a bit too heavy-handed
That
for putting
does.
some of these.
Do you have
So,
diplomacy or etiquette or anything?
nope.
Okay.
No, those useful social skills. Uh, let me let me spend a momentum.
Okay.
Uh, that is three successes. Yeah, three successes.
So two successes will do it. She will say, I think there's something wrong with him medically. I think he's hiding it. I don't know what it is. I get this feeling. Again, I'm just an empath, but I can usually tell when someone's hiding something. She says kind of pointedly to you. Uh, so I they're they're trying their level best not to say anything, but it is something odd there.
Well, that is tough, right?
Yeah.
And you're inclined to not say anything, or where do your is there an
I
ethical element here?
she says, these are my future in-laws. If you take my meaning,
I understand completely.
maybe your future in-laws? I
I
don't know
mean,
what your what how what and she kind of stops and she goes, I sense by your reaction that perhaps not.
well, it's too early to say.
Yeah, yeah, I
Let's
sensed
put
a
it like
great deal of
that.
surprise when I said that. Yes, all right. Well,
And
I don't want to intrude any further.
well, I won't say anything unless unless it needs to be said.
You have a momentum left. Do you want to ask a question or put that in the pool?
I think I will return it.
Okay. And Jures.
Ward said that they were interested in Zeki Mitras, but I have to say he's not my prime suspect. Lieutenant Turnick is my prime suspect. So promising myself that I'll get on to Zeki Mitras,
Okay.
I want to approach Turnick. Is
He's
he
kind
in?
of seated at the edge of the sort of the party in his Starfleet uniform, kind of keeping an eye on everything.
It is dress blues.
Yep.
Is it formal? Okay. Then I want to go up and thank him for his
Oh no, he
service.
doesn't have a formal uniform. He's still got his
Ah,
steam regular
okay.
uniform on.
Then I want to approach him as a grateful Bajoran and thank him for his service.
Yes, yes. Liberating Bajor. Yeah, absolutely.
And then sit down next to him and begin to question him on his service. What did you see action? Have you been involved in the war?
Uh, so let's have you make a insight or presence plus security roll.
I think I'm going to go with presence and security.
Okay.
So that is 13.
13.
And I'm going to spend one of our momentums to
Okay.
guarantee a success. No, I get an extra dice for that,
Get an
don't
extra
I?
die.
Okay, so 3 dice.
So that goes to that.
Oh, that is 3 successes.
Three successes. So I think one of those successes goes to this guy doesn't know shit about Starfleet.
Yeah.
He's purchased a uniform. He's been told to dress like a Starfleet officer. Uh, he's been told to do this to kind of scope out for potential Federation agents on board.
Right. Okay. So he's okay. Then so I've got two left.
Yes, you do.
Well, one momentum can go back in the pot,
Okay.
and the other one I want to I kind of want to probe on, do you travel on the Excelsius often? Do you know any of these people? You're sitting on your own here.
Uh, and I think like he certainly plays it like, no, this is my first time. I'm on shore leave, and because we don't have money, so I'm able to just get onto these ships because that's how that works in the Federation. And so that's where this thing happens. Yep, he says, lying through his teeth.
And I'm wondering if his eyes flick to the captain at any point.
100%. He is the captain's man. One of the
Okay,
people put here for to kind of keep an eye out. You have the sense that this guy is probably better with like a blackjack and a cudgel than he is doing anything fancy.
okay. That's good enough for me, I think. Well, again, thanks for everything you do.
Absolutely. And I think this is probably where we're going to stop for today, but I want to put a teaser on this. I think that we see the ship, we see the vessel. I think we see a moment at towards the end of the party when we see uh, your father, Gulwich, maybe kind of stumble for a moment and kind of hold his hand to his head, and Tessa kind of catches him and kind of moves him off to the side. Uh, and I think we cut to somewhere else on the ship, and it's a dark hold, and we will see there's this pulsing light, and we can see this great, weird shaped device, and we see it pulse, and maybe there's that flicker again as this device comes to life. And that is where we are leaving off with today. Sound good? Okay. Uh, so we'll bring in our Andorian friend next time. That's who we'll play. But we'll definitely start by giving Sevari a chance to rummage through the internal sensors and give everybody a chance to communicate. Reasonable? Okay. Quick stars and wishes, folks. So Jolene.
Big star to you. Love this little twist of like, yeah, your wedding. Hey, you got to do an intelligence mission during your brother's wedding with your telepathic brother and father.
Yes.
And don't let them know. Um, yeah, like I loved all of the little I, everything was just so much fun. Like Savari going and chatting with the brats, and then it's like, no, my dad was the executioner. He's like, oh, this is suddenly dark. And Jures being the Sherlock Holmes investigateen, he's like, no, this is the best. And Ward just tossed in the deep end, like, so, here's my parents. It's our first date, I think, and it's a mission. Awkward.
Anything wishes wise for next time?
Oh, I'm just excited to see what happens.
Okay. Okay. That's reasonable. I do want to second the Sherlock Holmes thing is lovely paid off today. That first little bit, so that's been great. Savari.
Yeah, stars all around. This was a fun session. I love the Divelle. Yeah, being like, okay, so this is life in Starfleet. I have to do this. Damn, well. But dealing is it cool as a cucumber, I'd say. Going out with Ward, and I really want to know what's going on there and where this will lead. this was just like this is mission. This was not just for the mission, I assume. So yeah, that and I also love word being thrown into this melange of telepaths and people who assume that yeah, she's their daughter's girlfriend, basically. I also love Jures' enthusiasm for the whole thing and his like this and that, and we have to do this and yeah, and so I being like, oh my god. I also like the Bajor and Brats, and I really like I don't even know got his name, but I really like the executioner's son. I
Yeah.
think Sevari
I
wants
don't think I gave him a name, so
no.
I'll get a name for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I think Sevari wants to help him in some way, shape, or form because she feels she's been where he's at. Not quite the same, but still.
No, but there's a nice parallel there. I think that's a good,
Yeah.
really good
Mm-hmm.
point. Uh, Ward,
Wishes wise, yeah, I want to solve this case.
solve this case. Absolutely.
Yes, with engineering and
Case.
other stuff, but
Absolutely.
also engineering.
Perfect. I'll make sure. Got that written in as a want. Ward?
Yeah. I love the awkward situation we find ourselves in. It's great stuff. Uh, yeah, I guess it's an Easter egg. I think, Jolene, you had way back when on this double date that we had had with, was this Kamalo and Tvilic?
Yep.
I
Hmm.
guess
Hmm.
that's the seeds of this coming back. And yeah, I loved, I guess the over enthusiastic Jures. You know, I think is he a mirror image of this guy Turnic, right? The fake Starfleet officer who doesn't know exactly what's going on when he's trying to be a Starfleet officer, and Jures, who is kind of like the opposite, cannot pretend not to be a Starfleet officer. Yeah. And yeah, I love the Bajoran brats, the brats pack, whatever we're calling them. And even in such a group, like there's some shades of gray, right? Which I like. Um, yeah, and I guess wishes wise, yeah. I mean, I guess I want explosions, but not weapons grade explosions,
Right.
family grade explosions.
Absolutely. And Juras.
I think I start to you for the setup, Lowell. I think it's so Star Trek. This it really is. But then you share the star with both Jolene and Donna for this triangle that we've got going now, which is there's that relationship. There are those very tricky relationships of daughter to family. There's Ward being confided in by the sister-in-law it's great. It's just it's like playing passiones
Yes.
in on board a cruise liner. um I think that the three-dimensionalness you're bringing to Bajor in all of this, and using Sevari and Sevari using you as a way into that, I think this is this is Star Trek's Andor waiting to
Hmm.
be made, isn't it? um, this complicated. There are no heroes in this. There are no black and whites, um, and so that's been great. I've loved that. In terms of wishes, I think I have 7 of Holmes's top 10 quotes to get through. So I've put the link in the chat so that you'll know when I hit them.
Excellent. I love it. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you going along with me. We're kind of a weird, off the ship setup, but I also wanted to make sure we had a setup that we could get lots of uh, character interaction, because that's one of the things we've often had as wishes is more time to interact with the other players, characters. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to stop the recording.